Some of them are quite obvious, but with others you might get some surprises with it. So will we go through the families?
Please.
That's the carrot family here. And do you know that? Celery.
I think that's celery. So why
That
is
belongs
that in the carrot family?
to the carrot family.
Okay.
And the parsley.
Okay.
Parsnips and carrot, obviously. They're called the umbellifers. They all have the same type of flowers and seeds.
Okay.
That's why they're grouped in that family. It's absolutely essential that you don't repeat growing members of the same family in the same plot of land, because you will get a build-up of soil-borne pests and diseases.
Okay.
And sometimes some families are a lot worse than others. All these suffer from carrot root fly.
Okay.
So even your parsnip may get carrot root fly, or your parsley. So it's important that you rotate them around.
Okay.
That's a very interesting family coming up now. That's the legume family, or the pea and bean family. It's a fantastic family. It's the most important family in your vegetable plot because they fix atmospheric nitrogen.
Okay.
They leave the soil more fertile than they found it before you grow them.
They take the nitrogen literally out of the air, fix it in the soil, which is good for the veg.
Correct. They take it from the air in the soil in symbiosis with certain bacteria.
Okay, great. So that's our pea and beans.
Now that's an unusual one. That's the beetroot family, or the beet family. So Swiss chard, perpetual spinach, annual spinach, beetroot, even the fodder beet, they'll be in the beetroot family.
Okay.
So the same flowers and seeds.
Okay.
Now, fantastic family, no specific pests or diseases.
Okay.
You don't even have to bother rotating them if you don't want to.
Okay. So
They're very, very healthy, easy to grow vegetables, all of them.
Okay. So we move on then, Klaus, to something which looks a bit odd to me. So we've got our potatoes, which I understand, but what have we got tomatoes grouped in there with spuds for?
Tomatoes are very closely related to potatoes.
Okay.
And so are peppers and aubergines, which aren't ready yet.
Yeah.
And tobacco.
Okay.
And they're called the nightshade family. It's a troublesome one because they suffer from potato blight, as you all know.
Yeah.
And it's
as do tomatoes.
As do tomatoes, another one. So they get the same pests and diseases.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely important that you rotate them.
So we move on then, probably quite self-explanatory kind of a one, I think.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Which is the onions. So we're including our onions, garlic, leeks and chives.
And shallots.
Okay.
Yeah, they have one major disease, it's called white rot. If you find you have white rot in your garden, you can give up growing alliums. It's absolute for 10 years.
Oh dear. Okay.
So that's a long time.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential that you rotate them.
Yeah.
That they'll not go back on the same plot of land.
Okay.
No excuses there.
Okay. So then we're moving on to these lovely lettuces, I assume.
They're in their own family. They're the lettuce family or daisy family. Very neutral plant, can grow anywhere at once. It's a lovely gap filler.
Right.
Anywhere you have space in your garden, you don't need to bother about rotation too much with lettuce.
The final family we have, again, most of these seem to make sense to me. So we're talking about kind of brassicas like cabbage. We've got some kohlrabi there, but then something I wouldn't expect to see in there is the turnip.
Most people don't realise that the turnip, it's actually a Swede. They are in the cabbage family. They are brassica.
Okay.
Absolutely important. And again, it's a troublesome family, like the onion family. They'll suffer from clubroot.
Yeah.
And if you do get clubroot, hopefully you'll never get it, because if you do, you'll never be able to grow them again for the next 10 years.
Okay.
The spores of clubroot last in the soil for over 10 years.
Okay.
So give up growing them if you have it.
Okay.
And then you get...
And then this is an interesting one that not a lot of people know about, which is the kohlrabi, which is a German veg, I think.
Yeah, it sounds very German, doesn't it, kohlrabi? But it's the queen of the brassicas. Okay. It's absolutely gorgeous vegetable and beautiful as well.
Beautiful to look
Grows
at,
on a little stalk, and then the corm is above ground.
Yeah. So this final group then out here at the front is I'm assuming courgettes.
They're the monsters, aren't they, of the vegetable kingdom? The speed they grow sometimes. Yeah. They're related to squashes and pumpkins, and also cucumbers.
Okay.
But you can't grow cucumbers outside. But all the others you can. Pumpkins are perfectly okay outside too.
Okay. In our next video, we're going to be talking about crop rotation. Clearly, we've got we've got 8 families here. Not everybody has the luxury of having eight sort of plots within the vegetable patch that they can allocate these to. So we're going to talk about condensing them down and grouping them together even further.
Yeah, into four.
And rotating them around into the different areas of your veg patch.